Hey, Crazy Friends.
Hey, guys.
It's Jay and Francis with Find You Crazy. We're a family of 9 who live full-time in an RV with 5 of our kids as we go around the country to see every national park. And today is kind of the second half of a 2-part video. If you've been following our channel, you know that we're spending about 2 weeks down in the southern tip of Florida, enjoying all that there is to do down there. And so we decided we'd take a trip to Key West. Well, we didn't realize that we would have as much fun going down to Key West, driving on the overseas highway, as we would in Key West. So the last video was all about the trip there, and this video we're going to share with you everything that we did once we got to Key West. So we did everything in one day. We drove we're staying in Homestead, which is just south of Miami. So we drove all the way from there to Key West, did everything we wanted to do in Key West, climaxing with sunset, and then we drove all the way back. So we spent about 6 hours on the road and about 5.5 hours there in Key West. And we were perfectly fine with that.
Yes. I would say that, you wonder I think you can spend as much time as you want in the Keys. You could spend your entire time based in one of the kind of mid-Keys, Key Largo or something like that, and then have an easier trip to Key West, or you could base yourself in Key West. But for us, we wanted to focus on the national parks, and so for us, staying closer to the Miami area, Biscayne, and Big Cypress Preserve, and also the Miami Everglades National Park, that made more sense to us, but we didn't want to leave South Florida with being in striking distance of the Keys. You've seen us go to John Pennekamp and some of the other things that we got to visit some friends. And so we really wanted to do Key West. So we want to encourage you that even with an entire van full of children, we were able to go to spend time along the way and to enjoy Key West. Certainly were there things we wanted to continue to do and we could have seen more of for sure. But if you are kind of focused more in the Miami area and wonder, is it worth it to drive all the way to Key West? We would say absolutely it is worth your time, and it's completely doable for you and your family. You just kind of have to take your time, but really it is worth the time to go.
So once we got there, for us, it was really easy to do it within a day because with kids, we didn't really care about the Key West nightlife, so to speak. And so we wanted everything to be family friendly. And so literally after sunset, we went to the car and left, and we were perfectly fine with that. And sometimes I know families wonder how family-friendly Key West is. I'll say we had absolutely no issues. In fact, we spent all that time there, saw a lot of amazing things, and never even stepped foot on Duval Street where all the bars and stuff are. And so I would say for sure you can do it with a family and have a ton of fun.
But you need to make sure that you're very careful after the sun goes down. We had that from numerous people who told us it's absolutely family friendly, no problems before sunset. Go and enjoy the sunset, but then you need to probably be making your way home. And that worked for us because we had a big drive on the way home. We didn't want to stay late. We needed to get back home. And so I would say absolutely plan it a little bit earlier. Enjoy your time there. But if you have young kids and if you are concerned, just make sure that that you're making your way back home after the sunset, and then you're going to be fine. We only saw a few things that our kids kind of were like, what is that? But other than that, it really was, and I was concerned about that, but we had no reason to be. It was wonderful. We had a great time.
So a couple of the highlights that we really enjoyed were visiting Fort Zachery Taylor, and we'll share that with you. That's a great state park that's right there, right in Key West. And then, of course, the climax was the Sunset Festival at Mallory Square.
The sunset celebration is a not to miss.
It was really neat. You get there early, and it's the tip there, and so just the views of the sunset are unbelievable. And then it's a big festival. So they have all of these like street performers and food carts and all these things. And everybody it's funny, like everybody stands around watching the sun. And as soon as it tips below the horizon, all the street performers take off.
They know. They don't compete with the sunset for sure. But it draws the crowd.
Yeah, it was super neat. And so once the sunset, we were there for about 20 more minutes watching a performance, and then we're able to get right to our car. We were there in November again, and so parking was no issue. We just drove around and used metered parking everywhere. We parked in like 4 different spots, never had trouble finding a spot. But if you're there during more of the high time, they do have a shuttle that drives you around, and so you can park on the outskirts and then take that around. But again, if you go during the time we did, you don't have to worry about that.
Absolutely.
So tons of fun to have. So come check out all that we were able to see. All right, so if you're looking for a little less tourism and a little more history here in Key West, you should not miss a visit over here to Fort Zachery Taylor, named after the president.
Or Fort Zach, if you're local.
If you're local, I guess. Fort Zachery Taylor. It's a state park here, so the cost is the same as the other state parks we've been doing here in Florida, which is like around $250 a person. I think we paid like $14-15 to get in. Great place. You can, if you bike in, it's even cheaper actually. So if you're biking around Key West and want to just bike in, it's even cheaper. But it's a neat fort used for a long time during Civil War, World War I, World War II, Spanish-American War. So lots of history here, lots of different stuff through the ages. So lots of neat plaques to read, and if you're lucky, you might get to see a giant iguana.
We did. It was huge. He was welcoming us right as we came in. We've seen a couple of iguanas, but way off in the distance, so we got to get up close and personal. This guy was almost like a park ranger. He was just sitting out there welcoming everybody in, no
Basking
problem.
in the sun.
He was just having a good time.
Taken,
but this is a great place for kids just to burn some energy off. Our kids are rolling around in the grass right now. Gives you a beautiful view over just the ocean, and just right up here you get a full view of the fort. It's just a lot of fun, and truly there's a lot of expensive things to do in Key West, and so if you are looking for some things that are less expensive and a little less crowded, this is a great opportunity, and you really learn a lot too. So we we would highly recommend it. And there's also a beach here.
Yeah, we're just here doing the fort, but they say as far as state parks go, there's no better snorkeling than right here in the waters. There's no place where it's clear.
Over there. We might
close
walk
to
over
reefs.
there, but
so we don't have the time to do that today. But if you have, and that's something you're inclined to do, they say this is a pretty amazing place to do that.
what did we get?
Conch fritters.
What?
Conch fritters.
Conch fritters. Whoa, those look so yummy. Tastes like
Nice guy, what you eating?
A conch fritter.
A conch fritter. What's a conch?
Like a shell.
It's like a shell, so it's made out of shells?
No, it's made out of like a snail.
A snail. So it's
snail.
snail fritters? How are the snail fritters?
They're actually good.
Nice.
They've got like some really good seasoning to them. So
Awesome. Well, they're world famous,
yep, and we got some
according to the sign.
shrimp. All right. So what do you think about conch?
It wasn't that good.
Okay, what did you not like about it?
It just tasted weird. It had like this. It had this weird green stuff in it, and then like it was like kind of spicy, but like not.
So not your
It
favorite.
just wasn't good.
Okay, but what did you like?
I like the fish. I like the shrimp. I like the coconut shrimp, and then I like the
Ooh.
chicken, and then I like the rice.
You liked coconut shrimp? That was good, wasn't it? Nice and sweet, wasn't it? All right. What did you eat? What did you eat? Do you remember?
Conch fritters.
Conch fritters. Did you like them or no?
Yes, ma'am.
You liked the conch fritters?
Yes, ma'am.
What else did you eat?
Shrimp.
Shrimp and what else?
Fries.
Fries. Was it good? All right, Sky, what was your view on the conch fritters?
I liked them a lot.
You did, Joe? What do you think about the conch fritters? Eh?
I
Not.
like it, but I don't really.
You liked it, but you don't want any more? All right, Dad, what do you think? What was your view on the conch fritters?
Good. It's like a clam strip-esque texture and flavor. So the conch fritter was good. Like the fritter part's like a hush puppy with clam strips in it.
Cool.
But it's good. Very
What
good.
about the coconut shrimp?
Yeah, it's always good. I mean, I love coconut shrimp.
Super yummy. Perfect little place to have dinner.
But judging by your reaction, my God, you're not that impressed. In Alaska.